Good morning, everyone. Coming to you from sunny Sedona. It's a beautiful morning here today, and I felt compelled to get on here to talk to you guys about something that I feel really passionate about, and it's professional burnout. So, as a dentist for over 7 years and running a high-paced practice that was doing 3.5 million plus a year, I learned about what professional burnout is because it's from a sense of not knowing if you're ever going to be able to get off the hamster wheel, right? You're just operating in a sense of go, go, go all the time, right? There's almost like a survival aspect and a fear aspect of what's driving you to keep pushing, right? It's, oh, but just achieve the next goal. If I just go ahead and do this next thing, everything's going to be okay. I know then if I get that thing, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to have all of the perceived things that that goal represents. What are the feelings underneath that goal, right? That's the thing people are actually after. They're not after having the $1 million practice. They're after what that $1 million practice represents to them. Is that freedom? Is it joy? Is it proving things to people? Is it validating yourself, right? There's a lot at play in regards to why we push ourselves. Yet pushing is the wrong word. We're not allowing ourselves to step into flow and ease and actually operate out of a place of alignment. And rather, we make choices when we're younger and we get into a position where we may have selected a career based off of false conditioning. We may have, chosen to pursue something without actually knowing who we are, yet then we are in the thing that we've chosen. So for me, being a young man at 18 years old and choosing dentistry for all of the wrong reasons, yet they seemed like all of the right reasons at the time. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know any better. It's not a bad choice. It's a noble and honorable career. My father's has done it. My entire family is a dentist, right? There's nothing wrong with being a dentist. It's just for me, it wasn't the correct career, right? I'm still Dr. Miles. I can still come with a certain amount of perspective now because of my experiences, but I also know that I don't need to be chairside anymore, right? So for me, the professional burnout piece happens when we're acting out of alignment, right? And we're chasing things that are not actually going to give us what it is that we're wanting, right? So we think the results are going to give us certain feelings that are going to help us relax and breathe. Yet typically what I've witnessed is we set a mark, we hit it, and then we set a higher mark and we hit it and we just keep going and going and going. It's just on to the next thing. We don't give ourselves any time to actually celebrate and breathe. And the antidote to a lot of the professional burnout is actually authenticity. Can you show up as you, not as a caricature of you or as the doctor version of you, where when you go home, you're completely different, where when you go home, your family gets a different you, right? Can you be the same at home and at work? Right? And can you make sure that you're not making your business your wife, right? A lot of men that I witness as well, like they get so attached to the business because the business represents safety and security for the family. And it also tells them things about them. Like they're, if they hit a certain number, then that means they're qualified or they're a good enough man. Like they're proving their worth through their business, there's nothing wrong with that. It's great to take pride in your work. It's great to be proud of the business you've created. It's great for it to be a true representation of you, but when it's a false representation of you, and it's actually one that's just leading to burnout and it's creating more disconnect at home, then what is the point of the growing business? I've witnessed a lot of men pour themselves into the business, and as disconnect at home grows, they actually pour themselves more into the business because it feels better to be at work than it feels to be at home, right? Because being at home is a mirror for everything where we are not, right? How do you feel about the way people treat you at work versus how do you feel about the way people treat you at home? Do you get belittled when you walk in the door? Do you get talked down to whereas you're a god at work, right? Does that change your ego? Does that change your perspective? Is it shifting the way you show up? Or are you the same in both environments and people treat you the same because you are the same? Because you show up with consistency. You created trust. People know that what they see is what they get, right? Because it's true, right? So there's a large aspect of we act a certain way for our patients to get them to go ahead and say yes to something when what if you're not even in integrity with yourself? What if you're not doing the thing you're prescribing for your patients? Your patients can tell. You want to fix your bedside manner, you want to approach being able to create true, genuine connection with people, you have to be real. You have to be yourself. So a lot of times I've seen people where they've got all the clinical skill in the world, but they cannot connect with a human because they're missing the heart. They're missing the humanness of real, genuine connection. So I'm here to say, hey, I've been in the clinical world for over a decade, and now I'm out of it, but I still have that experience to be able to help show you and teach you how to get connected to yourself so you can get connected to your patients, so you can get connected to your family, so you can get connected to your heart, so you can get connected to God, so you can get connected to the land, right? There are different things and different ways for us to show up in a powerful way and in an authentic way, in a true way. Can we even make eye contact with somebody? Can we look at them directly in the eye and say, I see you, I hear you, I understand your concerns, I understand your fear, I'm here to make you not feel so scared, right? To show that level of empathy and compassion, that's something that not everyone can do. It's not natural, it's not taught. Yet it can be natural, it can be taught, right? So perhaps you're lucky, perhaps you're natural, perhaps you're a wizard with communication, right? But how are you doing at home? Are you congruent at home and at work? So professional burnout, where this started, is I see many people sacrifice their own values so that they can preserve and protect the business and that the business can grow at all costs. Yet it becomes all consuming and it costs you everything in the long run. So even though you think you're gaining, you're actually losing. This is where we lose ourselves. So if we want to exit out of the professional burnout and the professional hamster wheel that many of us get stuck on, it's actually getting back to the roots of you. Right? A lot of my work is about helping the modern man step out of the dilemma of what it is that's required of him and step into the trueness of who he is. And in that, it's honestly going to be going back a little bit to your roots. It's going to be more ancestral. It's going to be more of ancient wisdom, right? So that aspect of stepping into the old is actually going to help create the new. But when we get lost in the day-to-day and in what modern society requires, that typically creates a identity conflict for us, a values conflict, a crisis of confidence. I don't know who I am if I don't operate this way, yet I know I don't feel good, yet I'm questioning what something more would even feel like, and I don't feel confident in letting myself even explore that. I have too many responsibilities. There's too many things that I need to stay on task with. I don't have time to even think about this. I can't even breathe. I can barely go to the bathroom on my own, right? There's a lot here for doctors where they get stuck. They feel trapped. And what a lot of our patients don't know is that we might be just as nervous to see them as they are to see us because of what it might represent. Oh, I need to seal this case. If I don't seal this case, I'm not going to hit my quota for the month and I'm not going to be able to take as much home for my family, right? Or, man, the insurance company is really breathing down my neck, so I need this one. I need this one to feel good because I don't feel good about the way the insurance company is treating me, right? There's a lot here. There's a lot here, right? So professional burnout can happen for a bevy of reasons. Yet one of the biggest things I want to hammer home is you don't have to do it alone. You don't have to suffer alone. We don't need to be depressed and go to work and then come home and just bury it all. Men just bury it. That's why, I mean, look, this is Men's Mental Health Month, right? People don't realize how many suicides there are. So this is important for men to be able to talk about these things and to gather themselves. So if we can, that would be the thing that I would urge all of you to do is consider, is there any aspect of burnout present in my life? And if there is, what am I willing to do to go ahead and actually exit out of that? And what will it require of me? And do I have the capacity to do so? And if I don't, but I have a desire, you can build the capacity first. There's very simple ways to do that. So you don't get out of burnout in one step, but it is something that when you commit to it, you can very much easily get out of it. And sometimes you just need the right guidance. And that's the role that I play here, is to be able to give guidance to people as to how they can step out of the burnout and step more into themselves than ever before.